Hi, it's Dita from Scrappy Happy Mommy, and I'm back with another Just Because Cards video for you today. I'm looking at card number 2, found on page 25 of the manual, and this is the Rooster card. So I'm going to flip to the back, and remembering what I told you about the envelopes, that since I am doing card number 2, you're going to want to go right down on your overlay, and I'll show you using my overlay. So there's card number 2, and I'm following envelope number 2. Again, this card has a shift feature, and you can cut it at 4.5 inches, or you can cut it at 6 1/4. And today I'm using the 6 1/4 inch card base, just to let you know. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. So there is my card, but my envelope base, quick fold up and in the sides. And the pattern paper I'm using today is from My Mind's Eye from the Complete Boys stack. And my sticker I cut at 2 inches, and there is the sticker for the Rooster as well. So I'm going to put that the envelope aside, and we're going to look at the card itself. And again, I used My Mind's Eye for the base, and I love this. It reminded me of chicken wires. That's why I chose this type of paper. And it is a little thin, but perfect for the card that I'm using today. So I'm going to go ahead and put the top on. Again, this is also from My Mind's Eye. And I'm going to go and just adhere that right onto the top. So there's my card base, and I'm going to put that aside for right now. And for my Rooster, he is cut out at layer 1, and using layer number 1 shift, you are going to get part of his tail. And this is the red part right here that I'm adhering right now. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. And this will cover all of the black on the tail. And there it is. The next part that I'm going to put down is my layer number 2. And I know I'm forgetting still 2 parts to here, but I'm going to leave that to the end. So for layer number 2, this also cuts out a little bit of the tail. And this is going to go and run up against the top and dipping down into the bottom. Is where that part of the tail is going to go. The next part, this is going to follow, if you notice on the bottom, this is going to curl into that little tiny jagged edge right there. And then, of course, this bump is going to lay against that part on the Rooster tail. It took me the longest time to figure out all the different parts. And technically, you don't need to use all of the parts on this Rooster. But I am, just for the video, to show you what it looks like. Layering that and that down. Okay. There, perfectly on. Okay. The next part that I cut out is layer 3. And that again is going to go right here and onto the table. Okay, so there's my Rooster's tail so far. And I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the red on the Rooster. And adding this first. And then using my cut lines to figure out where his comb is going to go. And there is my little Rooster. And also on the Rooster, using my layers, I'm going to do layer number 2 first. And layer number 2 is going to give me his top. There it is. And layer 2 shift, which is the same color as the tail, is going to give me his little wing here. There he goes. Okay, and it gives you a little spot for the eye too. And I'm not going to do anything to that eye. So I'm going to put the rooster aside for a second, and we're going to look at our phrase. The phrase I cut out again at 6.5 inches, like everything else is right now. I believe it was 6.5. Let me just double check before I tell you that. But yeah, 6.5 is what it's cut out at. And I'm going to go ahead and add use my Zig 2A. And add the phrase. Now again, you could put this phrase on the inside if you wanted to. I am putting it on the outside. My something to crow about. And at the top is where it's going to go. And then I did also use the word shift feature. And this is going to cut out 2 and also the crow. Add the 2 first. And in the crow, it's going to cut out the individual letters. There's my C. So hard to pick up today. R. O. Oops. R. O. And the W. Okay, there it is. And the last thing I'm going to do is put my rooster on some dimensional tape. And that'll be it. So the hardest part on this card for me was figuring out how to adhere that tail. Again, you don't need to use all of those layers at the tail. I've seen people that only used a few, but just for the video purposes, I did use all of them. And technically they're feathers, they go all over the place anyways, so. I'm adding my dimensionals. To the back. Then putting my rooster on. And there it is. So the rooster and the envelope for you today, and I'll be back again with card number 3. Thanks for watching. Bye.